So you've just invested in a high-precision kitchen knife. Now, as a high-precision kitchen tool, this will require a little bit of love. So I'm just going to take a couple of minutes just to give you a few tips on how to get the best out of your knife. So depending on whether you have a carbon steel blade or stainless steel blade, they will require slightly different care. So this is a brand new carbon steel blade. So you can see it's very shiny. And this is pretty much how a stainless steel blade will look too. But over time, a carbon steel blade will develop a patina, such as this, which is nothing to be scared of. This is a protective coating for your blade. And this will happen almost immediately when you start using the knife. So let me explain the difference between a stainless blade and a carbon blade. A stainless blade has just a pinch of chromium in there, so it'll stop any staining happening to the blade. Whereas a carbon blade has a much higher carbon content, so you will get a much harder edge, making it the ideal tool for the kitchen. So let's talk about using your knife. So now you're going to need a chopping board. Now the best thing I could advise to get is a wooden chopping board, and this particular one is an end grain board. As you can see there, the squares there, you can see the end grain of the wood. Certainly the best thing for your knife. What you definitely don't want to be using is a glass board. Now these aren't actually chopping boards, these are for rolling pastry, and they'll dull your edge very quickly. So never ever use a glass or ceramic board, always go for a wooden board. Next up is storage. You need to be quite careful where you store these knives. They're obviously very sharp and very dangerous. So the last thing you want to do is just to throw them into a drawer with a bunch of other knives. They're going to rattle around and they're going to dull your edge very quickly. So I'd advise using a knife block or a magnet, so you can pin them to a wall so they're always at hand to use. But the last thing, as I say, you want to do is put them into a drawer. Very bad decision. And when it comes to cleaning your knife, you really don't want to put it in a dishwasher. It generates a lot of steam and it's not good for any knife, whether it's stainless or carbon. So all you need to do, it's very simple. Take a little bit of soapy water, clean the blade under warm water, and simply dry thoroughly with a cloth. It's then ready for use again.